heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Great to have you along. UB Stadium in Buffalo, home to the Buffalo Bulls. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the James Madison Dukes, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Buffalo Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Dukes will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he's not going to take the touchback. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. To the ground with the back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Guys, let's take a minute to chat about Buffalo. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
But you got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, running back on the move. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Bulls will snap it on first and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Dropping back, it's Perkins. Bringing the heat. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Unleashes one deep. right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Snags a quick pass on the left. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
The Dukes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll try the run. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air using the quick game. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here we go. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's got an open man. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense. And that's why he's putting up big numbers. And that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
And the Dukes are moving quickly down the field. Off play action on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got him. Snowed under by the defense.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he can hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
The Dukes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Firing to the right, complete. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
And the Dukes with the 1st and 10. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
To the air on 2nd down. It's complete. Smashes ahead. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The Dukes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
He'll try to get it in with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Scores on the sneak.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a short gain here in the 1st quarter will come to a close. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line.
Let's go.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass, it's Perkins. Moving out of the pocket. Finds a man by himself. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Man, you could almost feel the quarterback's eyes getting big on that completion. I don't think even he could believe how wide open his target was. He knew, man, if I just get this to him accurately, something really good is going to happen. That's exactly what transpired. Nice throw, nice catch, nice play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Here comes the offense on 1st down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not a whole lot lot of progress made there on the short run.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Now on second down.
Set, ready.
Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Third down coming after the incompletion.
Ready. Okay, ready.
Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Moves around to clear up the vision. Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into third and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. That was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Unlock.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulls back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game.
Charcoal.
They'll give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to throw, it's Perkins. Pressure coming. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
To the air on first down.
I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football. And you can tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness we still had a little space left.
And the Dukes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Dukes line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Right on the money.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking for a man. It's Perkins. Extending the play. It's complete on the right side. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one.
Turning it on! Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the first down after recovering the fumble. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Under fire. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we're early in the game, but that's a nice job there, and third down by the defense. Not giving up a touchdown. QB's on the roll. Great job covering everything, and you force him to throw it away, and now sets up 4th.
Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Might be changing the route. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. That brings him to within 1. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the run from inside his own 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Bulls will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. You can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They're setting up the screen. There he goes! Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, and that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Keeps looking downfield. The throw. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
They're dealing with a second and long. Gonna look downfield again. This time it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
And the Dukes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Snap from the gun on third down. It's caught. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
I remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
The Dukes will try to punch it in on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want it to...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dukes.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Motion from the wideout. Scanning the field, it's Perkins. The sweet feet buy a little time. Pulls in the deep ball. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They're going back to the ground. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Bulls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This is an offense that prides itself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
And the Bulls are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback adapted. Got his man to the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buffalo. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hands it off. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Finds his tight end. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Baker. At the 35, he's loose. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it.
The offense pumps it up. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football. I got the lead. The clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense have to understand the situation, have to understand I got to get to the ground. I can make sure I don't fight for extra yards. I make sure I don't fumble.
Breaks into the open. Crosses midfield. At the 30. The tag. Touchdown, Buffalo. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. LSU is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Bayou Bengals have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas A&M. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll pull it down and run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Oh, man, you don't see many of those anymore. Nowadays, the gloves are so good. The hands are so good. You don't see a lot of drop passes. Missed opportunity there for the receiver.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. Might be looking to run. Got out of trouble and throws. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
And we're not used to seeing this from this offense. This offense usually clips at a really high level on third down. They execute well. Tip your cap to the defense. They won that battle.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Yeah, and I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
They'll try it again after the incomplete pass on third and goal from the 3. Quarterback keeper called his own number on that one, but they are ready for it and stop him. It'll be fourth down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's right down the boulevard.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets it to him on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
I think on offense here in a 2-minute situation, down in possession, you got to think about taking shots down the field. The quick game, these screens, bubbles, swings, that's not going to work here.
And the Dukes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Looking to scramble. Trying to escape and get it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Really good job by this defense. Way to be dialed in and understand. It's a pass, and they're trying to throw the football down the field, and that clock is ticking, but understanding what you're playing against. A guy that can absolutely fly. Nice job closing in on him and getting him on the ground.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. This one's complete.
Listen, it's go time. We're trailing. It's the fourth quarter. We got to get a little bit more aggressive. I like the call. I like going for it, and especially because we made the completion and got the first down.
The Dukes have it with a 1st and 10.
Pace, 27.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Scrambling away. Throwing right. Got him downfield. Turns it on at midfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Game on the line. Offense has the ball. Down 1 score. Time winding down. What is better than this? Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
Banner,
Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
He'll get rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison.
And massive play by this offense. This is exactly what you needed. You got the score. Now you got to get the 2-point conversion. Time's not on your side. There is no wait till a later point. It's go time. What's your 2-point play in this spot to tie the game up late?
Looking to throw. He's got it. The 2-point try is good, and we are tied here in the 4th. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they've tied it up in the final minute with the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Perkins. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. Big run after the catch, and wisely runs to the sideline to save time on the clock as they try to put together something late.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before, and I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Ooh, that's one of those where you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted and housed, but offense caught a little bit of a break. Nice play by the defense, but the offense, glad to punt in this situation if they want to punt.
The Bulls will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Stands in and takes the hit. Reels it in down the left side. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Four quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
And the Dukes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Let's go, let's go.
He'll take it himself. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. If he runs this back, this game's over. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick.
That's a throw the quarterback would love to have back. You're obviously down here in the red zone. It's overtime. The windows are going to be small. He just got a bit too aggressive with his decision-making. The defense makes him pay, and now they're giving it back to their offense with a chance to kick a field goal here and win.
Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. Hard running there. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Bulls have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Brown. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
So here comes the field goal team, and they'll kick for the win. And he got it. The kick is good. Wins the game in overtime.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive.